Sometimes we think that the gift is to have everything that we think we need, but sometimes the gift is actually not having what we think that we need, because we start to realize and understand that we don't need to have quite so much. There are not, it's not having things, it's not having the bread, it's not having the butter, it's not having the milk. It's these basic things that we think that we need, and we get obsessed with having these basic things. Sometimes letting yourself go without having some of these staples or basic needs lets you see how you don't need to have all the things all the time. Not just talking about food, just talking about all sorts of other things also. But it's the learning of letting go of feeling like you need to have this or that, and trusting the universe to show you how to be okay without these things that you think that you need, that may be hindering you from moving forward in ways of with your growth or whatever it is. Learning to be okay with not having all the things that we think that we need to have allows us to become more familiar with detachment or attachment or all these certain things, and our emotions can be affected. What else? Our finances can be affected. Our energy can be affected. Our mood can be affected. So this was like earlier today, I wanted to go to the store after I took my son to his friend's house, and instead I really needed to come back home and continue with my morning self-care. But because I was going to be leaving, I wanted to go to the store to grab some bread and some eggs because we don't have them, and I felt like I needed to have them. But if we don't need them, it's not absolutely necessary, and we still have other food. But it's one of those things, it's like programmed that you need to have these things, and if you don't have these things, then you're not going to be okay. What if, my son wants an easy over egg, or what if he wants a peanut butter sandwich, or what if I want to make us grilled cheese sandwiches? Well, then I can go to the store and get them, or I can use some of the French toast that I made yesterday and make grilled cheese sandwiches. It's not always going to be necessary to have all the things all the time, and I think it's really important to practice letting go of the need to have all the things, because when things happen, and things have been happening lately, that's gonna take you away from being able to have all the things. You start to realize, okay, well, we can do without this. We don't really need this. We don't actually use this very much. Or if I need it, I can go get it, and that's okay. And I'm grateful that I can go get it if I need it. But sometimes going and getting that thing takes you away from the other things that you need to be doing. And like for me, I've got several things I need to be taking care of, and going to the store and taking me away from the tasks I needed to be taking care of. I needed to be able to get back here to take care of, to help me progress through the rest of my day, to get all these things done I need to do that help me be able to take care of my son and myself and do the things I need to do to be okay with myself. And so sometimes letting go of that feeling or that thought that you need this or you need that, or that spot on the shelf is empty now, I need to fill it. It's okay if that spot's empty. It's okay if you don't have some of the basics. It's okay to just let go of that attachment or that programmed need to fill that space. It's important to deprogram and to detach, because sometimes what is actually necessary is to have that empty space. And we need to really start focusing on all of these attachments that we have to things that we think that we need, or friendships that we think that we need to have that we've had for a long time that really aren't fulfilling us or bringing us joy or bringing us peace. There's a lot of things. I mean, you could take a lot of different aspects of life into that little formula, the little scenario, and be like, okay, well, maybe I need to work on changing my point of view and my perspective so that I can maybe move into a different thought process, because maybe this same thought process and this perspective is not allowing me to be at my full potential. Whereas, this thought process, maybe it's actually keeping me down, or maybe this friendship is keeping me down, or this need to continue to have all the basics when there's other things that we need, other than the basics. And so sometimes it's important to just really do that work of taking yourself out of your normal state of being and looking at yourself in an eagle's perspective, and really looking over the choices that you're making in your life. What is fulfilling you and what's not fulfilling you, and what is helping you move forward and what's keeping you down, and where can you adjust things to help you be able to grow, and what it is, look to see what it is that's keeping you at the same place that you've been at. But that's, anyways, this was gonna be a short, little, quick video, but maybe sometimes that's not what's needed. But I think I could still shorten it for a short, but still keep the long one for a longer video. These types of things just come and go, and I like to try to capture some things that maybe I'm going through or think about that could be helpful for other people. I'm going through the behavioral health program and definitely a little behind in some schoolwork because of dealing with all these different things that have been going on in my headspace and in my life. And I've been personally dealing with a lot of high anxiety and it's like I've got sensory things that make me feel unsafe and on high alert throughout the day. And it's, I guess, my PTSD brain, I call it trauma brain. And so I've had a hard time feeling settled. And so I keep personally looking around at not just my space, but my energetic field and my thought processes and my actions and what's going on and what's been going on, and really trying to be able to move out of this place that we've been in for a very long time, over a decade. And maybe it's the right time, but maybe it's not the right time. And I've been really emotional about it because I would really like to move. But the universe opens things up for us and is like, here, this is what you could have, and you just need to do these things in order to have this kind of change. And sometimes it's like, okay, this is your inspiration, and this is what you need to do, and you need to just trust and let things be, and if it's meant to be, it'll be, and if it's not meant to be right now, then that's that. But it is what it is, and we'll figure it out. We always figure it out, and but I'm grateful to have this home, and I'm grateful to have been here for the last long time. And I am grateful for whatever it is that's going to be opening up for us, and I'm looking forward to experiencing a new state of being and a new presence with myself and with the way that I show my art and show up to the world. And who knows what's going to happen, but all I can do is trust the process and hope for the best, and just know that everything is working out for me, and everything is being shown to me that needs to be shown to me, and guided to me when it needs to be guided to me. So that is what I believe, and that's what I trust in, and that is my form of Bible and my form of faith. And we are all here for different reasons, and we all have different karmic baggage to work through and different energies to work with, and so it's important for all of us to respect one another on our journey and just be, I feel, as loving and kind as possible, but also true and honest, and be very vocal about your needs and your comforts and what does not make you comfortable and what does make you comfortable. And sometimes people do things or say things that I'm like, anyways, but I think that we are all here to support one another, but also we really need to be bigger supporters of ourselves. I feel like we're taught to disqualify our feelings and just sort of like ignore ourselves and what feels right for us. And I think that needs to change. I think that we all need to learn how to be more, what's the word? Kind. That's a great word. Kind to ourselves, and be more acknowledging of our feelings, because our feelers, these are like our antenna, like what bugs have. They have the antenna that helps them feel things out and sense things and smell things. And so our feelers are our emotions, and even our physical body will get sensations if something isn't right for us, or if it is right for us. I'm a very I've got Scorpio all over my chart, and it's my birthday next month, and I always get very emotional around my birthday because I have so many expectations for myself. And I had this thing when I was a kid. I would say, nobody likes me, everybody hates me, I wish I was never born. And so that's also like a very deep thing within me that I feel sometimes I wish I wasn't here, because this life is really challenging, and I'm grateful that I'm here, but man, this life hurts. In a lot of ways, there's a lot of mean people, there's a lot of hard situations, there's a lot of hard choices, there's a lot of pain that we have to live with sometimes, a lot of, choices that we've made in our lives. Some of us that, like, why did I do that to my body? How could I be alive still? Holy cow. But man, this really came from a whole different topic, didn't it? But anyways, I think that we should all learn to be kinder to ourselves, more gentle to ourselves, treat ourselves with more love and kindness and patience, and remember that our bodies are carrying us through this life, and we are a soul, we are an energy, an energetic being that lives on beyond this life. And so this life is temporary, but the things that you do here matter, and what you do and say to yourself matters. So just be there for yourself and be there for those that you love, but not to a point that you're overextending yourself where it's painful and harmful for you and taking you away from what you need to be doing for yourself in your life, because that's not self-love. That's sabotage. That's self-abuse and self-harm. So always remember to be kind to yourself and be as kind as you can to others, but sometimes honesty is the best policy, and saying, you know, if your boundaries are being crossed, you don't have to be so nice. You can be very firm and vocal and speak your truth. Because those who care will stick around, and those who don't care, it's better that they're gone anyways. So I want to go exercise and then get to schoolwork. So I just wanted to say peace out. I get so awkward on these sometimes, but all right. I hope anyone who is watching this has a great day and knows how much I appreciate your kindness, your feedback. It helps me continue to do this if you subscribe and like and comment with a kind and supportive comment, because anything creepy and weird and unkind gets deleted or ignored. But definitely if it's unkind, it gets deleted. And I'm here to try to bring peace, joy, and awareness and love into the world, and surrounded by plants and art, because it all brings me peace and makes me feel, it helps me be softer. It helps me learn to be more gentle and kind, and takes my attention away from myself and to take care of other things. So, all right, this is a very long video. I will talk to you all again soon. Bye-bye.